Should you buy APECOIN right now? And why is APECOIN pumping so hard right now? Today we are going to talk about everything you need to know about the APECOIN, the Bored Ape Yacht Club's own token. So, of course, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, after launching a bit less than a year ago, they have proceeded to become one of, if not the most, recognized NFT collections, with numerous athletes, musicians, and other celebrities getting involved and spreading their popularity even farther. The NFTs originally were minted at a price of 0.08 Ethereum and now have a floor price of more than 100x that, although many of the rarer apes sell for much more than that. Just yesterday, all holders of the original Bored Apes or the affiliated Mutant Apes collections received an airdrop of the new APECOIN, which was launched as the native token of the project. After a very volatile trading day, that token has settled at a market cap of more than $1 billion. There has been a huge amount of hype around the coin already, so today we're going to be going over the facts and future plans for the coin to help you all decide whether or not the hype is warranted or if perhaps Ape is overvalued at its current price even. Before I get started with that, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell icon so you do not miss out on more videos like this, as well as everything else I post here on the channel, of course. So let's kick it off, guys, and let's start with some basics. So we can take a look here at the tokenomics and distribution, because this is, of course, one of the major things people are thinking about right now. Okay, it's very highly valued, but how about the tokenomics and the distribution? I mean, it can be very highly valued today, but if they release a lot of coins, of course, it's going to plummet. So they are fairly simple, the tokenomics, as the total supply is 1 billion and there are no inflationary or deflationary features, so the supply will always remain the same. The supply is divided into four main categories: the ecosystem fund, Yuga Labs and their charitable efforts, the launch contributors, and the Bored Ape Yacht Club founders. The ecosystem fund has 62% dedicated to it and includes the 150 million tokens for the airdrop plus 470 million tokens for the DAO treasury and resources. The majority of the current circulating supply consists of the airdropped tokens. For reference, Bored Ape Yacht Club holders received about 10,000 tokens and Mutant Ape Yacht Club holders received about 2,000 tokens. If you held a Kennel Club NFT along with a Bored Ape Yacht Club or Mutant Ape Yacht Club, you received around 900 bonus tokens. At the current price of around $11, you can see that this airdrop was extremely valuable for holders, especially those with multiple NFTs. The 16% of the supply going to Yuga Labs has an initial 1-year lockup and it's then distributed over 3 more years. The launch contributors receive 10 million tokens of their 14% upfront and then have varied lockups and vesting for the rest. The founders' entire allocation is locked for a year and then vests over 3 years. As you can see, in order to maximize the value of their allocations, Yuga Labs, the Bored Ape Yacht Club founders, and the launch contributors need to provide some actual use cases for APECOIN and help it succeed in the long term. So let's now take a look at how they plan to do that. This is also important to consider because it will play a significant role in whether or not airdrop recipients will dump their tokens. Because almost all of the currently circulating supply is airdropped tokens. The actions taken by those holders will have a strong effect on the price. You also have to consider the mindset of these recipients. If you unexpectedly received an airdrop of $100,000, would you hold it or would you realize some of those gains? This can be hard to predict because these airdrops coins could be viewed as, free money, which you can just cash out and you can take that money and enjoy yourself. Or you can treat it as free money, which, you got it for free. So why not just hold it, let it ride, and whatever happens, you haven't really taken any risk because you received it for free. So regardless, if the APECOIN utility and plans for the future are not promising, that would likely lead to a lot of people dumping the coin. So luckily for holders, the future does seem to be bright for APECOIN, thanks in part to some recent moves by Yuga Labs. If you were paying attention last week, you may have heard that Yuga Labs, which is the company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club, actually bought the intellectual property for both the CryptoPunks and Mitos NFT collections. CryptoPunks is of course one of the other most well-known NFT projects, and Mitos has seen a fair amount of popularity as well. This acquisition by Yuga has made them by far the most influential player in the NFT space right now, and as we can see here, they will be a community member in the APECOIN DAO and will be adopting Ape as their primary token across any of their new products. Additionally, the well-known crypto game maker Animoca Brands has also announced their intention to integrate Ape into a product they are developing in alongside the Bored Ape Yacht Club. The game developer Enway has announced that Ape will be used in their upcoming play-to-earn game based off of the Bored Ape Yacht Club as well. While it might never be taken advantage of, the luxury 11 residences development in Miami is also accepting Ape as payment for their residencies. Moving on to the DAO, holders have the ability to participate in governance and also will be provided exclusive access to things such as games, merch, events, and services. It is worth noting that the DAO treasury is being bootstrapped through a 15% fee on airdrop claims. All tokens that go unclaimed at the end of the 90-day claim period will also be transferred to the DAO for future use. While that all does sound good and promising for the future of APECOIN, it is important to consider the potential negative factors that could drive price down over time. Perhaps the most significant of these is the large amount of the supply allocated to non-retail participants. Yuga Labs, the launch contributors and the founders, have a combined 38% allocation. While most of that is locked for a year and will then be released gradually, that does not completely negate the effect this could have on the price. This is because perpetual swaps for Ape have already gone live on FTX and Binance, which provides the ability to short the coin. This means that if they choose to, the people with locked tokens could hedge their allocations right now by shorting those perpetuals and lock in the current value of their tokens. If that happened, that would generate a significant amount of sell pressure. Outside of that potential situation, the other primary concern is the sell pressure that could be generated by selling the airdropped tokens. It is to be expected that some people will be taking profits, but on the other hand, there has also been a fair amount of interest in APECOIN as a way to gain exposure to generate growth in the NFT market, so a lot of people are buying it for that specific reason. This is because, as I mentioned, Yuga Labs now owns the intellectual property for Bored Ape Yacht Club and its affiliated collections, as well as CryptoPunks and also Mitos. With Yuga backing Ape, it could potentially function as a type of index for the NFT markets. We will just have to wait and see if that is actually how things are going to play out though. So one other project I want to talk about today is the sponsor of today's video, and that is Hector DAO. If you are unfamiliar with Hector DAO, they began as a fork of Olympus, but they have since added several unique features to differentiate themselves and create demand for the HEC token. The most recent of those features is Hector's very own cross-chain decentralized exchange. As you can see, it looks very similar to the standard DEX and it's just as simple to use. When you go to choose the tokens you are swapping, you are able to choose the chains they are on as well, like this. Then you make the trade as usual and you are all set. As you can see here, there are an estimated 3 million daily users struggling with cross-chain bridging and swapping, so something like this has a lot of potential demand. In the future, the DEX will also be used behind the scenes to facilitate easy cross-chain use of Hector's other features in order to make them more widely accessible. Something else coming soon for Hector is the release of their Mitos Nft Collection. This collection will consist of 10,000 animated NFTs depicting 16 artworks based on Greek mythology. There are varying numbers of NFTs for each artwork and a further 5 degrees of rarity within the NFTs for each artwork. For example, there are only 250 Zeus NFTs, 5 of which will have the legendary rarity status. Along with bringing in new users to the Hector ecosystem, these NFTs will also help the project see further growth in the future. The proceeds of the mint will be split into the categories here, with 40% going towards the development of the upcoming GameFi projects, 20% to the treasury, and 40% to the Phantom Lottery. The Phantom Lottery is a contest with a huge prize pool available to holders of these NFTs. Prizes will be distributed every 4 weeks. Additionally, holders will earn extra rewards as 50% of the secondary market trading proceeds will be distributed back to them in the Tor Stable Coin. Tor is the native stablecoin of Hector and is recently received a very high score of 93 for its audit by Certic, which was good to see. If you're interested in farming, there is actually a nice stablecoin farming opportunity available right now involving Tor. If you deposit a combination of Tor, USDC, and DAI right here, then you receive CRVLP tokens, which can be staked to earn this APR here, which is higher than most other stablecoin farming options currently. Alternatively, there are also some non-stable farming opportunities available by pairing FTM with wrapped staked HEC to provide liquidity on SPOOKYSwap or SpiritSwap to earn a nice APR. Lastly, you can of course single-sided stake HEC right here to earn rebase rewards at an APY of around 200%. If you want to learn more, try out any of the features I covered, you can do so through the links in the description. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys in the next one.